This is part 3 of our video, and here we will talk about business expenses.
Can you tell me what business expenses are?
Simply put, that's money you spend for the purpose of earning business income. So those costs are necessary for developing and growing your business.
What are the most common types of business expenses?
There are two kinds of expenses: operating and capital. Operating or current expenses is a category where you spend money on your normal business operations. Examples would be rent, salaries to your employees, accounting and legal fees, utility bills, bank charges, and so on. Items such as equipment, computer, office furniture, or vehicle, and so on are capital assets. Their useful life normally exceeds 1 year. It is important to understand the difference between those two categories. Operating expenses are 100% deductible. And on the other hand, capital assets should be amortized over time, depending on the classes. So they are divided into CRA's classes, and each of the classes has its own rate of amortization.
How do I know if I can deduct any specific expense?
Good question. The rule of thumb is every expense is deductible for tax purposes if it is business related. Exceptions are few, and we will talk about them in part 10 of this video. So you have to be able to prove to the CRA that all the expenses you are trying to deduct are business related, and they should be reasonable. For example, you shouldn't go overseas to buy a new computer. So in that case, your travel expense would be disallowed by the CRA. The key phrase here is common sense. Also remember that in order to be deductible, an expense need not directly produce income. So if it was incurred to reduce expenses, preserve working capital, or for example, prevent a business from failure, it would be deductible. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions.